Hello, welcome to this episode of Story and Things, a podcast where we talk about stories.
And other things relating to story.
What episode is this? I think wait, hold on. I know exactly what episode this is. This is episode 1 of Bad Guys Watch. So this is our new podcast where we only talk about Bad Guys, the movie, and anything that has to do with men being bad, but also good, like
but
Bad
also
Boys.
cruel, actually.
Yeah, but...
Kind of funny that you say that.
Okay, first of all, stop. We're not talking about what we're talking about yet. Because I just want you to take a moment to realize that Bad Guys is going to be the best movie that has ever seen 2022.
You haven't even seen it, though.
It's gonna be good.
How do you know?
Okay, first of all, it's called Bad Guys, okay? And you know what the lead song is? Bad Guys by Billie Eilish.
No, it's
You don't...
Bad boys, bad boys.
No,
what
it's
you gonna do?
They're not bad boys. They're bad guys, okay? And it's gonna be so fucking good.
Wait, Billy?
Yeah.
Billy is doing
because,
the theme?
because, like, they're animals. I'm not a furry or anything, but...
I mean...
They kinda, just imagine...
Okay, wait.
Don't change the topic.
Wait, not that we're on the furry topic, actually. Have you noticed that there's a common theme with you?
What's the thing?
That I know. You, the listener, obviously doesn't know because you don't know Cheli the way that I do.
Thank you. I don't think I know me the way you do. What do you mean? What's my common theme?
You have this thing with, like, animal movies. Do you remember when you took me to see Zootopia and you were so excited for it and I was just like, why are you so excited for Zootopia?
I was really excited for Sing also. Remember, I saw it hella times in theater.
We saw it together.
Yeah, but I saw it so many times.
Did you see the second one?
Yeah. Oh, well, no. I just lied to you. I'm sorry. I in my mind, I've seen it because I've seen it in my dream every single time.
By the way, I did like Zootopia, but it was just like,
What's wrong with me thinking it's good?
Nothing. But anyways, what is Bad Guys about?
It's about bad guys who want to be good guys, but not on purpose. It's like, oh, let's do this to trick them. That's like the baddest thing you can do. Aww. But then they actually like being good guys. Mostly the big bad wolf. And he's just kind of like, wait, instead of a baddie, let's be a goodie. And
not as interesting, though.
You don't get it.
I don't.
You have to look in his wolf eyes and his wolf heart and know what he means.
But I don't. I've never heard of these bad guys before in my life. I mean, I'm willing to watch it.
With me?
Yeah.
Are you ready for that? Because I will cry. I love the Bad Guy series so much.
Do you?
I've read the first 9 books.
How many books are there?
I think there's 15 or 16 now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not that bad. You can catch up. Easy.
Yeah. They're graphic novels, too. So they're like literally each book has, like, on one page, it's like 20 words. Yeah.
Easy.
It's more of a visual thing for kids.
Oh, okay.
But it's so good. Like, I like the concept of it.
Okay.
But, talking about being bad.
Being a little baddie. Today, we have decided to tackle a very popular book on BookTok. At least I've seen it a lot. It is The Cruel Prince, written by...
Holly Black.
Miss Holly Black. Mm-hmm. Do you want to mention thoughts prior to getting into the story?
I did want to mention that I thought it was, coming. This book was going to come eventually.
Into the podcast?
Yeah, because I think when we started filming this podcast with our very famous first thing we've ever talked about, but not the first thing we posted, Bridgerton. I was like, okay, we're going to look into other books. We got to see everything. And Cruel Prince always came up on TikTok. Mm-hmm. So I knew about it for such a long time. And I was like, it's going to come one day. It's going to come one day.
One day it's going to come into one of our episodes. And I'm going to have to be ready for it.
And here it is.
Episode number. I actually don't
Episode
know.
number 1, our Bad Guys podcast. Did you forget that whole thing we talked about?
You're so right. I'm so sorry.
But today is a Cruel Prince type of day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to mention that we don't know each other's thoughts. If this is your first time listening, we tend to not talk to each other about the books.
We just don't talk to each other, actually.
Yeah, this is our first time meeting.
We're actually not even friends. We're business partners.
Yeah, we have a correspondence, but it's very, I don't answer. But
yeah, she really doesn't.
Anyway, we don't know how we feel about the books, and I do want to take a guess. As a solidifying thing, before our summary, I want to say that you love this book.
Okay.
And I think the biggest thing you love about this book is the land of it, and I think you really like the main character. I think you and Jude.
You think me and Judy are one?
Yeah.
Bro, Zootopia. We're back on Judy. Miss Judy Hobbs.
Oh my god. This all fits.
Okay, so do you want me to guess now what I think you?
Yes.
Okay. So you actually... Should I mention?
Go ahead.
That you actually texted me? What did you tell me the first time? You said something about not liking a book that you were reading.
Okay.
But then you were like, it's kind of growing on me. And, by process of elimination, I guessed that it was this book. I don't know 100%. But I guessed that it was The Cruel Prince that you were feeling unsure about.
Okay.
So I still think that you're kind of like on the fence about it. I think if I were to give it a number, I think you would be somewhere between 2.5 to 2.99.
Okay.
Around there.
Okay. Why don't you give us a summary about what this story is about? Try to make it spoiler free for anyone who actually wants to read this, which I do recommend you read because it would make more sense with what we're going to talk about after the summary.
All right. So I'm going to try to keep this summary short and sweet.
Okay.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Nice.
So this world is split between two. It's between the Fae and the humans. Jude is our main character. And she is living in the human world with her parents, her twin sister Taryn, and her older sister Vivian at the beginning of the story. But then Vivian's biological father comes into the human world, kills the parents, and takes all three girls to the fairyland.
Yep.
And he basically raises them. So with them growing up, we realize that even though Vivian is Fae, she feels more connected to the human world. So she wants to go back to the human world. While both Taryn and Jude, they want to become more integrated in fairyland. So this story is basically our main character trying to find her place in fairyland while also dealing with a prince who's a little cruel. And
wow, that was really good.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
If you want Yajaira to come to your parties to summarize stories, you can call her following this number. Call the number on the screen.
1-800.
1-800.
555.
1-800. I'll summarize your stories. Thank you. It's a long phone number.
That is. It's fine. Just take away the vowels.
Oh my gosh. I feel a lot more excited after hearing your summary to talk about this story.
Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it because I have to be honest that since we started summarizing the stories as short and sweet as we possibly can, sometimes I'm scared that we miss crucial details, but honestly, did we miss them?
No.
Or should you just read them?
You should just read them because I just want to talk about the juicy bits.
Okay.
I think though that we should start with the tropes of this story.
Okay, so what are the tropes?
I want to say enemies to
less enemies?
Enemies to wait, did you just do that? Would you agree?
Enemies to damn, you just tried to drown me.
But it's also kind of hot. So
but I actually like swimming, so
enemies to you fucked my sister up, but I'll fuck you up. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
Okay, that's one of the tropes.
One of the tropes is the bully trope, which I think is different from just enemies to lovers.
That's true. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, so our main character actually gets a little bit bullied by the supposed love interest Cardin? Cardon?
Don't
Cardane?
even start with me. Before we started this episode, we were in the bathroom getting ready. And I was just like, oh yeah, we're going to read about Cardin. And you were like, Hardin from After? And I was like, no, Cardin. And you're like, stop talking about Hardin. Hello, Cardin. And you're like, It's Cardane.
No, I said Cardon.
Cardan. And it's like, it's Cardan.
It's Cardan.
It's Cardan, right? You need to look at me in this episode and tell me it's Cardan.
I'm pretty sure it's Cardan.
Okay. I was worried you were going to be like, How did you feel about there being a bully trope in one of the stories we read in this book read?
I didn't expect the bully trope. I was shocked. I didn't think there would be a bully trope in this story in particular. But, you know, I just kind of accepted it.
It was called Cruel Prince, you know. I expected a little bit of cruelness, but not towards her.
Can I say something a little controversial?
Sure.
For being called the Cruel Prince, I didn't think he was that cruel.
You know what? Freaking someone had to say it. Because he wasn't that cruel. Cardan, my guy? Cardan, good man.
My guy who wouldn't even hurt a fly? Who didn't even like fighting? That Cardan?
Okay, you drown one person, all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
All of a sudden, you're the Cruel Prince.
You associate with bad people. You think I'm bad?
What's that saying? Birds of a feather flock together?
No.
It's fairies of a feather. Of a wing? Of a... yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was not that cruel. You're right.
Thank you.
But it was bully trope? Okay. I see that.
Just a thought.
A thought. You know what, though? But to talk about enemies to lovers and bullying as a trope, I think we do have to introduce our characters.
Okay. So we should start with Jude. Okay, so Jude, as I mentioned in the summary, she wants to be integrated in Fairyland. She wants to earn her place. And they describe it in the beginning that the only way that you really make it in Fairyland as a woman is that you have to marry well.
Yes.
And then your husband is the one who takes care of you.
Hate it, but yes.
But she has bigger aspirations. She's like, I want to be a knight. Because being a knight means that you work for the high court. So that's her aspiration in life. That's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
How did you feel about her character? It's okay. This is a safe space. This is a safe zone.
I did not like Jude. And I think that's very controversial because everyone on TikTok loves Jude.
I would say it's more controversial because a lot of the times the main female characters get just a lot of hate generally.
You think so?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be part of that hate.
But it's okay. Tell me, what was it about Jude that turned you off?
I just hated her mindset on things. And I feel like she was... Yeah, about her entire wanting to impress everyone in Fairyland. Because we'll get into it with a different character. But the person she's living under, Maddock? Are you sure? No, the person she's living under, Maddock, literally killed her family.
Okay. And
she's just kind of like, I need to impress that bitch. Even though he doesn't like him, but it's still like, I need to do stuff to stand out in this land. Instead of like trying to find a way out. Which I don't, okay, you can stay in Fairyland. Fine. That's okay with me. But even so, like, her mindset of just like, people hurt me, now I want to hurt them.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy that. Out of her specifically. Not saying I wouldn't enjoy it out of other characters, but I feel like for Jude, it should have been different.
I understand why there were moments that her character kind of turned us off, because I feel the same way. There were certain things where she was so stubborn. Okay, because Cardan bullied her, right? Along with his 3 other friends. So it was like a little group of mean girls. And she was so stubborn that she wanted to keep fighting back. And she didn't care that they would keep bullying her or make things worse. Like, she was like, I don't even care. I'm not gonna show any weakness.
Yeah.
And I actually had like a love-hate feeling towards her, because I understood why she desperately wanted to not back down.
Because she wanted to prove them wrong.
Yeah, and I think that it's a little weak, right? That they were bullying her only because she was human. Yeah. Like, that was literally the only reason. Like, that's kind of weak, but I guess I get it. Because I don't even know, were there other humans around? Besides, like, the servants?
Well, there should have been. Because there had been talks of other people marrying humans.
Exactly. And I didn't really see them. No. But, I mean, except for the servants, maybe. But I did like a certain part about Jude that she was different from her sister, because her sister was such a like, no, I'll do anything, don't bully me, and I hated that. Yeah. I was like, why would you, what's the word, not humiliate yourself, but like kind of just like put yourself down just so that they don't bully you, because at the end of the day they're still humiliating you.
Yep. And doesn't mean they're gonna stop, because they wouldn't.
No, at all, not at all. Before we move on to another character, when you brought up Maddox, I think that dynamic was interesting. I actually did like it though, because I thought it was interesting to see how all three of them interacted with him. You know, Vivian, being the biological daughter, absolutely despised him. She was like, hell no, never gonna call you dad. Yes. And then the twins were more so like, you know, they were more warm with him. Not exactly like super loving, but they were at least like, okay, I mean, he raised us, right? I don't think she was trying to impress him, because I don't know if you remember, but at the end of it, it's not like she really felt anything towards him.
Yes.
Besides like that betrayal.
Yes, I do. Let's talk about Maddox next, because I feel like we have to slowly move through our characters.
Okay.
Because I did want to mention, I don't like the way that Jude took things in this story, how she tried to solve certain things. And I know that her and Maddox were not like father and daughter, of course. But I also did like the fact that it was like she even knew it was wrong. And I felt like at some point she even thought like, okay, if I think too much of this, it is going to drive me fucking insane. So I'm just not even going to.
I'm just going to ignore the fact that he killed my parents.
Yep.
And it was brutal too.
It was brutal.
By the way.
And she saw it.
Yeah. But I think when she's older, she does mention that she tries to not think about it, or she can't really remember the details of it because she was so young.
But I mean, she still will not accept him as a father, because I think Carden is the one who brings up the whole like, oh, I mean, that's your dad, and he's like, that's not my fucking dad. Actually, that's Maddox, okay?
That's Maddox, okay? He's a total stranger.
Killed my fucking family, but go ahead, call him dad. See?
Just because he feeds me 3 times a day. Doesn't matter.
Tucks me into bed every night and reads Alice in Wonderland to me every Wednesday night. Doesn't mean he's my dad. I call him Papa sometimes, but
don't make it weird.
I know. Come on. Doesn't your Maddox in your home give you warm milk?
Warm milk?
You never drink warm milk?
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like milk.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you for that.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you.
But I think that it was interesting for the fact that she always wanted to repress that. And Maddox himself, it's so weird because he wanted them to come back because he wanted his daughter Vivian to come back. And like you said, Vivian fucking hated him. But isn't it crazy because he still raised them as daughters? Like it brought up the fact that like, oh, you know, he would put us on his lap and he would tell us stories when we were kids. Freaking ignoring the fact that you killed my fucking parents.
Yeah, that's crazy.
While she was eating fish sticks too. You ever think about that? You ever think about that?
I mean,
having my little fishy chips and you kill my fucking mom. Like, hello?
I didn't even finish my meal, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I thought Maddox's character was interesting. I liked his character overall, even though, you know, that was really brutal.
So Jude and Maddox, their relationship is a little weird. But to connect it to another character, let's talk about her twin sister.
Taryn?
Yeah. I want you to start this conversation.
Why do I have to start this conversation?
Because I want to hear what you think about her.
Taryn is a two-faced bitch. End of story.
Okay, next character.
Okay, so Taryn and Jude seemed really close through the whole beginning of the story.
Yes.
But as I already mentioned, Taryn didn't really take the bullying the same way that Jude did. She didn't really want to fight back. She had no interest. Her goal was the complete opposite of Jude. While Jude wanted to become a knight and, you know, become something important on her own, Taryn actually wanted to marry some fairy. Just
to, like, get into the high...
Into the high court.
Yeah, into the high court, but not through her ability, more just through marriage.
Yeah, because you can also be accepted into high court if you had like a talent, like with like an instrument.
Yeah.
But Jude was like, that ain't me.
I'm not going to take the time to learn an instrument.
What do you think this is? I don't even have a pinky, bro. And so Taryn wanted to marry into the high court. So there was a moment where Jude is being bullied, per usual. And Taryn is dragged into it because, you know, they're twins. But then I believe it's Carden who tells Taryn, oh, if you abandon her and don't help her anymore, we'll leave you alone. Which Taryn does accept. Although I will give it to her, Jude did push her to leave. Oh, because that was the moment when they were trying to drown her.
But isn't that so representative of their actual relationship by the end of this book?
It came full circle, actually.
Because
kind of fun.
Just to mention, Taryn, fucking the guy that Jude was with in this book, his name is Locke.
Nest monster.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God, you're on it.
I'm sorry, that just came out of me.
So the guy that she was with.
Should we talk about Locke first? We should briefly talk about Locke first.
Okay, well, I just want to say the guy that she was with, near the end, Taryn is like, never mind, you know what? He's my fucking man. You know? And it's like, how fucking dare you? That's so shitty of you. And for her to be like, come on, forgive me.
Just because we both kissed the same guy doesn't mean anything.
Just because we both shared the lock
of the lock
doesn't mean we both get the key, you know?
Oh
my gosh, wait, write it down.
Cute. I like that. We should write that down. So just to summarize Locke really quickly. Locke is one of the bullies, but he was the
sweeter one.
The sweeter one, air quotes. And he actually would go up to Jude and kind of talk to her after she was bullied. And eventually they did get into a relationship. And, you know, she really liked him, from what I could tell anyway. There was a scene, which, how did you think about this scene?
I already know which one you're talking about.
So when Jude and Locke start, you know, their little relationship, she almost thought it was fun because, you know, he's friends with her bullies. So
yeah,
it was almost like spitting in their faces. So there was a scene where Locke was like, hey girly, there's a party tonight. Yeah, you know those people that just kick dirt into your food? Yeah, it's actually with them. But it's okay. It's a party. We're there to have fun.
And she's like, you know what? That's so sound. Your logic right now. Locke, you're so fucking smart. Let's do this shit.
And she went.
Yeah.
To speed up his character, he did tell her that he really likes drama.
Yeah.
He's here for the fun.
He likes to watch.
Drama. He's here to be entertained.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the story, we realize that he proposes to Taryn, which Taryn did kind of hint to Jude that she already found somebody to marry.
Yep.
But she didn't want to tell her. She was like, he doesn't want you to know. Even though Taryn knew that there was something going on between Locke and Jude. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Taryn, are you okay?
Even Locke, fucking, he has a line that's like, would you forgive me if I hurt you on purpose?
Oh, yeah, because he wanted to know how much Jude loved him.
Yeah.
And he was like, would you love me enough to let me go?
He was like,
and
bitch.
She was like, I don't even know you like
if
that.
you fucking hurt me, I'd hurt you back. And he was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, she did say that, huh?
Yep.
She was like, I'd probably hit you back. I don't know.
That was my favorite quote.
Really?
Yeah.
Favorite.
Okay, whatever. Let's talk about our main boy. Cardan. Cornelius.
That's so weird. I was thinking that too.
Cardan. Let's talk about our boy Cardan, the cruel prince.
The cruel prince who only showed up in like 3 chapters.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I feel like The Office when I look at the camera.
How do you feel about Cardan?
You know, Cardan, I thought he was interesting. I did not anticipate that it was going to be so focused on bullying. I expected him to be cruel in the sense of like, you know, like political.
Yeah.
Politically cruel. But he was just like some boy who would bully Jude because he was a little jealous.
Oh my god.
He was a little jealous. He didn't like that she was just some human who had a family. Mind you, did he forget that Maddox killed her family? Did he not know? Did he not get the memo?
Has a family though.
Yeah, so that's why he was a little upset.
You know what? After hearing you say that, I get it. I get it.
So he is not one of the higher princes. He has other brothers, right? So one of the brothers is Balakin.
Yes.
And the other one is Dane.
Yes.
Okay. I forgot his name. And interesting enough, let's just say something before we talk more about Cardan.
Okay.
Dane actually sought out Jude to work for him. Because fun fact, fairies can't lie.
Yes.
So humans can. And he was like, I want you, he told this to Jude, I want you to work in my court of shadows because you can lie. And I can really use you as a spy. And you know, Jude, she's a little desperate. So she's like, anything to get me out of this basic life. So she agrees. And so when Jude is, snooping around to Balakin's room, that's when she witnesses Balakin actually whip Cardan. Right? Can't remember if he whips Cardan or if a servant does.
No, it's Balakin who does it. And he's basically telling Cardan, like, this is for you caring more about your silly crushes and your silly, things that don't matter to the higher court.
Right.
And Cardan took it. And it was sad. Even Jude was like, if I cared more about him, this would be pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean, she did care a little bit, though. I was surprised. Yeah, you're right. She was like, damn, if it wasn't so painful, I'd be, happy right now.
Yeah, but I'm a little... What's this feeling I have?
What is this?
Compassion?
Me?
Not me. But how do you feel about Cardan, though? You're telling me about him, but how do you feel about him?
I feel like I don't know him enough. I just feel like I didn't get enough of the Cruel Prince. I mean, I did like him at the end because we figure out that he was so into his feels for Jude that he, wrote her name over and over again.
Thank you.
In an angry writing, mind you.
I fucking love that.
He kept writing her name, and the only reason she found it is because she stole his Alice in Wonderland book.
Yes. I really like Cardan. And I think that, not trying to give anything away, but my rating of this book would be higher if it were in his perspective. And the thing is, I like Jude. I like Jude. But she wasn't...
Hold up. Rewind the tape.
No, because I feel bad. I don't want to say I hate, I don't have, animosity towards her. She didn't hurt me. She didn't, I don't know, kill my parents when I was eating fish sticks.
Whoa.
But I just feel like he was more interesting because he has to deal with the fact that he can't lie. And he has to deal with the fact that, I fucking like this girl and I fucking hate myself for it. And... I liked that he was complex, and I hated that he wasn't in the story more when it's literally called The Cruel Prince.
Yeah.
So I was so set because of everything that I saw on TikTok. I thought this was going to be an arranged marriage. I thought that's what this was going towards.
Spicy.
Didn't it feel like it though? I don't know if... Are you serious?
I literally... Not.
Oh my gosh. And people would literally talk about this book on BookTok and be like... That moment when Cardan said this to her, and then the scene actually happened, and I was like, that's fucking it. There was this one part that everyone talks about where Cardan is like, damn, you look so fucking ugly right now. And she's like, damn, has anyone told you that you look ugly tonight? And she's like, I don't know, fucking say it to me. And he's like, I can't. Because he can't lie.
Yeah.
But people hyped up that scene. And I thought it was going to be more.
That's so funny because I did not hear anything about that and I just completely glossed over that part.
Yeah.
It was cute, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would be like, oh my god, Cardan.
It is cute, but it's never mentioned. It is mentioned that he does desire her. But there was nothing that led to me thinking that was cute. They had already established that that's how he feels about her. There was none of that. So why am I going to care about that scene? I didn't. I care about Cardan because at the end, he's he's not a cruel guy, you know? And I think that's really cool. I think that he becomes cruel because of, you know, the people around him and the situations he's in. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really interesting. But, like...
yeah.
I hated what they did to him. They could have done better. Because I loved Cardin. And I use love.
Wow, she uses...
with all the weight.
Love?
With all the weight the word brings.
Wait. Should I change my rating for you? I'm just kidding. No, they're set in stone now. Okay, so I did really like Cardin for what is, I guess, in store for the next book. Like, what I am feeling is for the next book is what I'm excited for. Okay. But like you said, I just feel like this book should have had more of him. Mm-hmm. And not that I didn't like where the story was going. I just feel like... Was the Cruel Prince supposed to be Balakin? Was it supposed to be Cain? Dane? Oh my god, Cain. Oh no, Dane. Because Dane actually turned out to be a bad guy.
He did, a baddie.
Oh, baddie. I didn't see that coming. We didn't mention this, but Jude, Taryn, and Vivian actually have a younger brother. But we find out that this boy...
isn't even Maddox.
It's not even Maddox. It's not even Orion.
Yeah.
Which is Maddox's girlfriend or wife. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. And we find out that this boy is actually Dane's biological kid. Which means that Oak is a prince. Yeah. Who would have seen this coming?
Maybe he's the Cruel Prince. Nah, he's too cute.
He's literally 7.
He was too cute.
So, should we just mention how the story ends? Or is there something else you want to say?
Yes. Before we mention it, I'm sorry, we were talking about so much, and this was also one of the first stories that I read in the bulk read. Mm-hmm. Can I just say about Jude? I'm sorry.
She's not done with Jude.
No, I'm not done with Jude. One thing I fucking hated about Jude, and I fucking hated it. The fact that she inserted herself in things that did not pertain to her.
I know what you're talking about.
So the first one was, the first thing that bothered me was the fact that when everything started going down at the party, when all the princes started killing each other, it's like, damn, which one of us is the cruel one? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, isn't that the ending?
Yeah, close to the ending. Doesn't really matter. Just know that when Cardin is trying to escape and Jude is like... Cardin, come under the table. You know, they haven't even talked before this. Mm-hmm. Like, come under the table with me. We gotta get out of here. And he's like, bet. And so they go under the table and they escape. And then she's like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, thank you, Jude. Not really, but let's just say, like, thank you, Jude. No, I never thought about you that way, but I guess I do. But like, whatever. And then she's just like, pulls out a little knife. I'm a spy, bitch. And it's like, okay.
But I don't fucking care. But I get it though because he's been bullying her the entire story.
I get it.
And so she finally has something to show.
But I fucking hate it because the pacing of the story was so off. It felt like she was only a spy for 2 days, and I'm like, okay, you were a spy. You're a junior spy now. You passed your first level of spy camp. You know, with the freaking people with the really weird names, Ghost and whatever. You remember?
They're not that
weird. Okay. You need to hear me out. Okay. So she passed spy junior camp, and she's over here like, I'm a spy bitch, and loyalty to Dane. And it's like,
Dane, the one who just died?
You've never mentioned anything about Dane's political views. So why are you even fucking saying that you're loyal to him? Like, I fucking hate that. And maybe it was because they did give her a thing where she can't go against Dane. It was like a... What's the word?
Like a...
Potion? Spell?
Yeah, like a potion/spell. Yeah, she couldn't go against him anymore. And in exchange for that... He did something for her. He, like, glamored her or something. He gave her something where she can never
Charmed.
There you go. He charmed her?
Yeah.
So she can never be compelled by a fairy. Because fairies can actually compel people to do things.
I still hated her. I hated that she inserted herself in that whole political thing. And Cardin's like, all right, I guess I'm a...
prisoner.
I guess I'm a prisoner. And then Ghost...
Miley Cyrus's song Prisoner started playing.
And then Ghost and everyone else. Ghost and the other person whose name I don't remember. Was like, okay, you know, you took him, so you tell us what we do. And she's like, I know what I'm going to do. Why the fuck did you bully me? And it's like, okay, there's a whole political, my cruel brothers are fucking dead, maybe.
What does it matter?
What does it matter that I bullied you? It's like,
I like how you completely...
You pushed me in a fucking puddle, bitch. Like, it's like, get over yourself. Oh my God.
I like how you completely glossed over the fact that what is happening during this time. She didn't even mention what is happening during this time. Pretty much, Balakin is killing everybody because the way that the crown works is that somebody who is related to the crown can crown somebody else as king.
Yes.
So he kills the dad, right? And then he starts killing everybody who doesn't want to crown him as king.
Very cruel of him. But,
okay. And then Cardan is nowhere to be found. So that's why it's crucial for Cardan to be hiding right now.
Yes.
And that's why, Cardan is kind of like, I mean, I guess I'll just stay here because, my brother is going to kill me up top.
But, Jude decides to kidnap him because her loyalty to Dane, and because you remember she was a spy for 2 days.
He's literally dead. Who cares?
You gotta be loyal to that man, though.
I mean, true. Wouldn't you be?
No, I wouldn't, because that's so fucking stupid. It's not your political thing to be a part of.
But it is, though. She wants to be in Fairyland.
She does want to be in Fairyland. I don't fucking care. Like, I don't.
I thought you were gonna mention the part where she tries to save a servant.
Oh,
I thought that's what you were gonna say that annoyed you.
That didn't annoy me. That scared me. That part scared me.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah, because so I actually really liked that part, but I did get a little spooked. I read it at night and I had to turn on the lights and say a little prayer to the Osito because I was fucking scared, dude.
Osito?
Yeah, till Jesus in the sky.
So pretty much she's on a mission. She's in this castle and then the servants are human, right? But they're charmed, so...
You can see that they look physically worn out.
Yeah.
But because they're charmed, they're smiling through this. Mm-hmm. And so
it's a scary image.
She decides to save one of them. But as soon as she does, this person freaks out.
Oh, because she gives her salt, and the salt pretty much counteracts the charm. Mm-hmm. And so now that she's realizing what's happening, she freaks out. She freaks out,
and... Jude is like, you know what, we're going to get you out of here. We're going to get you out of here. But when they tried to, it was her and Vivian, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, she takes her back to her place, and then that's when she's like, Vivian, I need you to help me get this girl to the human world.
But the servant ends up dying of suicide.
Yeah, while they're going to the human world, she just, throws herself off. Off of the horse.
It's such a dark thing to happen in this story. But it says a lot about how humans and the Fae
their
interact.
relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, that's so fucking disgusting. I feel bad. I do not feel bad that she inserted herself there. I do feel like it was a learning thing for her though. For her to see that you can't.
I never felt like she cared about any of the humans in this world. She never seemed to acknowledge them. So
okay.
That's why
you're switching me. Okay, keep going.
That's why I was like, why are you trying to save this servant when you literally have not even glanced at any other human in this world besides your sister?
And you know what? Wait, hold on. Backtrack, Jude. Where's your loyalty to Dane? You said you were loyal to my boy Dane.
But you're literally betraying him right now. Because that's his servant.
Yeah. Dane would not approve. Dane would say that's insane.
You're cute.
I can't with her. I just think that she is not a well-written character. I hate that she always self-inserted herself. I didn't mind that one as much, but now that you bring it up, I might fucking mind it.
Yeah, I still have a love-hate relationship with her. I don't really blame her, though, for being the way that she is.
Yeah, because she did grow up in a very traumatic way.
Yeah, and plus
I do understand that.
Her dad, what is he?
Maddock?
What is he considered?
Daddick.
Okay, her daddick. He is a warrior?
Yeah.
Is that his title? He's a warrior for the king, which he does end up betraying at the end. So fun.
Yeah, so nice.
Details, you can just read it.
Can I tell you, there's this one scene with Jude where she's like, oh my gosh, Daddick, here, have this champagne with me. And they have this drink together. And she's just kind of like, which one do you want? Do you want this one? Or do you want this one? What do you want? And she's like, he's like, you know what? Daughter of mine, not really. I'll take this one. And they both drink. And then when it gets to the part of the whole betrayal and, everything, they're fighting. But then he kind of slows down and he's like, you fucking poisoned me. You bitch. You bitch. How did you know I was going to pick that one? And she was like, I poisoned both of them, bitch. She's like, freaking poisoned too. Uh-huh. I did not care for that scene.
I kind of cared a little.
I did not care. I saw someone post on TikTok about that scene. I'm sorry. I just hate how much people hyped it up because it was like...
Okay.
I just did not care. I just think Jude is very...
This is not a Jude hate group.
This is a Jude hate cast.
It's not, actually.
It is a Jude hate cast for me.
For your half, maybe.
I think it's the writing that threw me off. I think that's the reason
about it.
I don't know. It wasn't written in an interesting way. I didn't like how Jude talked, and I didn't like her interactions with anyone else. So anytime she spoke, I was like, okay, well, let's see how she fucks it up this time. Loyalty to Dane my ass.
Okay. Well, you're not wrong. Well, we didn't really mention, but she is in the Court of Shadows by the end of it. She does become a spy, and they gave her the nickname Queen.
Queen of Nothing.
No, it's just Queen. That's the third book.
Oh my gosh.
That's the third book.
Okay, fine.
You
I've read them
fan.
all. I've read them all.
Uh-huh. So by the end of the story, she decides that Cardan is going to crown Oak as the prince.
Yes.
But then Oak actually ends up crowning Cardan as the prince. So Cardan and Jude make this deal. You know what? 7 years, you're going to crown Oak. And meanwhile, during that time, she is going to take Oak to live in the human world with Vivian and her girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And that's how it ends. Yeah.
How did you feel that she betrayed the cruel prince? That, now she's the cruel prince.
You mean Oak?
Well, she told Oak to do it.
It's true.
How'd you feel about that scene? Did you see it coming?
No.
I mean, it wasn't called the Cruel King.
I mean, no, I thought he was gonna stay a prince. I don't know.
You didn't care?
Kind of weird. That he was crowned?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that coming.
That made me so angry.
Why? You wanted Oak to be the prince?
No, I literally thought...
Sorry,
I literally thought this was going to be an arranged marriage. So I thought she was going to be like, you know what? All these princes fucking suck. They're killing each other left and right. Loyalty to Dane, I lied about it. It should be me. I thought she was going to...
crown herself? She can't.
Oh my God. I don't... okay, whatever. I'm getting angry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you.
I just thought it was stupid. I thought that it was very selfish of her to not tell Cardan the plan. I know that he would not have agreed, but I thought it was stupid.
Well, she is a liar because she's human. Thank you. Oh, you know what I didn't like, though? What? How does Jude know that her 7-year-old brother, is going to want to become a prince?
What if he doesn't?
He's literally a little boy.
Yeah, what if he's like, but in 7 years, how old will he be?
14.
I mean, that's going to be tough because, at 13 you find your first love. So, what is he?
No. That's funny.
What is he going to do?
He's just going to have to let that love go.
Oh my gosh. I want to ask you, what did you think about Cardan and Jude's relationship when they finally revealed that...
How he felt?
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Thank you.
It wasn't enough. I just feel like the development wasn't there. Cardan, I like where his character could go.
Yeah.
But I didn't like what was presented.
I think it could have been interesting, and that's what makes me so upset. Because I was so set, and I'm not saying anything. I was so set to love this book. I thought I was going to love this book. I was so set on like, this is going to be the best read out of our bulk read for March. And I read it.
So I'm assuming it's not.
No, okay, let me finish. I read it and I was so disappointed. And I was like, the thing is, I love what it could have been. Because I like the fact that after Jude and Carden kiss, I thought that it would have been interesting afterwards. Like, to see what they would have interacted like. But nothing in their interactions changed. Maybe they talked more, but I mean, whatever. And then they would have a little moments where, like, there was a moment where they were laying in the grass and he touched her ear. And it was like just a little moment. But I'm like, fuck this. Like, you pushed her in a river, you bitch.
Okay. Whatever. That wasn't even that bad.
But it's never mentioned. And
he does mention it. He tells her that he never actually intended on hurting her because I don't know what the heck was in the river. There was like some sort of like apparitions, right? And he was like, they would never hurt you because I was there.
I fucking hate that. I think that's stupid. I think him being like, I mean, when I said loser, you didn't stay for the last 2 seconds when I said, but I love you though. You didn't, if you had stayed, you would have known.
You would have known the truth of my emotions for you.
And even that whole part where, remember at the beginning when they were bullying her and they charmed her to take her clothes off? And Carden...
Because she ate a fruit.
Yeah, and Carden was just watching and then he's like, enough. Oh no, he told her to lick his fucking shoe. And does she?
I don't think so. I don't remember, I don't think to be honest.
But then
that was a fever dream.
Locke does something and then he's like, whatever, and like pricks her. And she like, you know, licks her blood off, but the iron makes the charm wear off. And he's supposed to be like, wow, wait, did he do that on purpose? Wait, and it's like, I don't fucking care that you did that on purpose. He's a cruel fucking bitch.
Cruel.
But like, I like him more than her, and I don't.
Yeah, it feels like you're backtracking. I'm very confused.
I don't know.
I'm very confused.
I'm very confused too.
Okay.
I wanted to like this book through and through, but here I am, a confused mess. I don't know what to do with myself.
Confused mess.
I don't know what to do with myself. And also, fuck Locke. Oh. Can I just say that in word and freaking whatever her name is, Tangerine. I always called her Tamarin.
It's Taryn.
Taryn. Fuck Locke.
I'm more upset with her though.
Fuck Taryn.
Because there's even a part that I highlighted in my ebook where she could accept that Locke didn't choose her, but can't accept that her own sister didn't choose her.
That's so fucking trashy of her.
Something along those lines.
And they still kind of forgive each other, don't they?
Well, she was so ready to beat her ass at the end.
Yeah, but after that,
I was like, do it. Beat her ass.
I fucking hate Taryn. I hate her so much. I hate Locke. I hope they have the worst time.
I hope they have an unhappy marriage.
And I hate it because I feel like even with Carden and Jude being seen together, I feel like Locke's going to be like, this chapter's 2 in your good story? You know, because he always said, like, I just want to see what's going to happen to you. Like, as if she was, like, an experiment.
Yeah.
Or something.
Which, by the way, he didn't even pick Taryn because he liked her. No. He decided out of fate. Like, he threw something at one of their windows, and whoever came down was the one that he was either going to mess with or pick. I can't remember.
I hated it.
I was like, Locke, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I didn't like him either. He was actually such a trash character, but I hate Taryn the most. I literally want the worst for her.
I hope she gets the worst.
She will.
For your sake.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
But we didn't even talk about the other mean guy.
Who? I don't care
Valerian?
I don't care
Valerian?
About him. He was a guy who broke into Jude's house, tried to choke her. He fucking killed her. Wait, no. Whoa!
What?
Whoa, Ryan Slade.
She killed him? Excuse me? Jude made it. Okay, Jude nobody panic.
I know, she's good. She's good. She killed him and buried him.
Mm-hmm. By herself, by the way. Just some human girl marrying a freaking man.
How did you feel?
Whatever.
Wait. How did you feel in that part where, Jude is trying to be all tough because of, her loyalty to Dane? Her loyalty to Dane.
Never forget. Mm-hmm.
How did you feel in that part when she was talking to Carden and was like, Where do you think Valerian is? I fucking killed him and buried him in a fucking ditch, bitch. Ditch, bitch. Okay. Don't forget that.
Write that down. Write that down.
And Carden kind of looked like shocked.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt me.
Why?
I just thought it was really sad because it made me feel like he thought like, oh, we drove her to that part. Mm-hmm. We drove her that far to do that. And
I wish he would have said something.
Yeah.
But he didn't, so. Okay.
It hurt me. That's how I feel about this whole story. I wish that things would have happened. I wish that things would have happened. They didn't. Mm-hmm. I was hurt. I hated Dane and her loyalty to Dane because fuck that. Mm. And I just don't
never
like
trusted
Jude.
that man.
I just don't like Jude. And the thing is, without revealing too much, I'm sorry.
We've revealed enough at this point.
I'm at the point now too because I really like Carden. I do. I really, really do. Mm-hmm. I don't think I can sit through another book of Jude.
I feel that.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Do you really?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, okay. I have a love-hate relationship with her, but I understand. I understand. I wouldn't put you through that.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
What do you mean?
I'm going to be so disappointed with myself because, like, I do want to read it, but I don't want to read it. I don't know how to feel about this. It's conflicting me. I can't sleep at night anymore. Remember how I told you how I've been working? I haven't. I've just been thinking about... I've been writing Jude over and over again.
And just like a piece of paper. Okay. It's okay. Breathe. Okay. So maybe we just need to let this settle for you. Okay. Let the story settle. Okay. We can come back to it in like a month, 2 months, 5 months.
No, but okay.
And then we can decide if we will continue or not.
Okay.
Now, did you want to talk about anything else? Did you have any discussion questions maybe? Or did you just want us to get into our ratings?
I did want to ask you about what you felt about the pacing. Because I did say that the writing is what turned me off the most. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the thing about the writing was the pacing.
Yeah, I agree. My biggest issue with the pacing was the fact that we never actually saw her become this spy for the Court of the Shadows. Yeah. It just kind of sort of happened.
That's why it felt like it happened in 2 days because nothing happened.
Yeah, exactly. So I just didn't like that. We just kind of had to accept that she turned into this awesome spy, and I didn't even see anything. I didn't see her training. I didn't see her mess up. I mean, I guess she messed up with the servant, but
that was it. That was one mess up.
You mess up once, you know.
And she killed Valerian, but it's like that one doesn't really.
That wasn't even in a mission, though.
No, because I wasn't spying. I was sleeping.
Exactly.
So he was spying on me, taking my job.
When the tables
Where's your loyalty today?
He's like, who?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no. I pretty much feel the same way. That the pacing in some parts was a turnoff.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. I was worried that you wouldn't. Would you agree that Maddox and Vivian and Taryn and lo que sea, Jude también, do you think they're found family?
By force, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about it like that.
I think they are. Some extension of it.
Because that's a trope. Can I read you a discussion question? But I think it's funny because of how we know how we feel about this book. Prince Carden obviously wasn't a character who was meant to be liked. What was your impression of him at the end of this book? Funny for them to say that because he was the only character I liked in this book. So... What do they want me to answer?
We don't share that sentiment, so.
Okay, whatever. How did you feel then?
About
Did you like him?
Carden? I already told you.
I know, but answer the question.
I like the thought of him.
Okay. I guess that'll have to suffice for me. I liked him.
Oh. Even though he was only there for 3 chapters?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You're like, those are the best 3 chapters of my life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the only 3 chapters I had notes in because I did not take many notes in this because I did not care for anything Jude did. Just for you to know.
Kind of rude, actually. All right, so I think we have talked enough.
Finished, yeah.
We've talked enough. Do you want to talk about your rating?
Well,
I mean, I already know your rating.
after going through this book, I am severely disappointed. BookTok, you
have
made
betrayed
me
her
sad.
once again.
You've made me sad because I really did want to like this book because I love all of the book talks, like videos. I love the art. I think
The fan art is so good.
it is, and I think the idea of it is so good. Holly Black, you had a good idea, but the execution of it was not good. I don't think that Jude should be one of the characters that's like, oh my gosh, look at her, strong female, because there are strong females in strong protagonists in books, but Jude's not one of them in my book. Oh well.
I would disagree, but thank you.
I don't like this book, and I wish I did. And I think I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5.
Damn, that was my first guess for you.
Yeah.
I was being generous though.
The thing is, I rated it higher when I first read it. But you know
What
when
was
you
it?
let things, I gave it a 2. You know, a whole
See?
1 star.
I was right, thank you.
But I can't.
You can't?
No, I don't think I want to read the second one.
You didn't even let it settle.
I'm sorry. I'll try to let it settle for you because I know you're going to give it a 5 out of 5. So go ahead. Give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh my god, you're funny. Before I talk about my ratings, we didn't even talk about the fact that Carden has a tail.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you're right. Sorry. 3 out of 5. Wait, I'm not a furry.
Wait, this is the perfect episode to talk about this. Wait. Have you noticed that everybody hates the fact that he has a tail?
Really?
I shouldn't say everybody, but like...
Wait, are you serious?
It seems that most people don't like the fact that he has a tail.
Why does that matter?
Because they're concerned of where it comes out of.
Wouldn't it be down his spine?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. Are people like unsure of how he puts on his pants in the morning?
I think so.
I think you would just have to wrap it around your leg and put it on. Kind of like, okay, ew. First of all, that's like how when Jude was like, I fucking hate that he has a tail. And then she was like, wait, that was insensitive of me. You remember that? I fucking hate.
Okay, you stand.
You know what? I'm a Carden tail apologist. I think that tail deserves to be there, and I think that tail deserves its own book. That's how much I love his tail.
Did you even remember it?
Yes, of course I remembered it. It was in my heart the whole time. No, dude, I need you to know how much I love Carden.
Okay.
Tail and all. Let him wrap it around like how when you have 2 pairs, like, you know, leggings, and then you put jeans over, and you have to kind of put the legging under your foot so that the legging doesn't roll up. That's what he's going to do with his tail, bitch. So... let him do that.
Okay.
Let him do that. And let him
I'm here. I'm in it.
Okay. Right. So, wait. Did you hate his tail?
I didn't like his tail, no.
Oh my god.
I don't think I'm into tails like that. You know?
I don't know. You're kind of speaking like someone who has loyalty to Dane. But whatever.
It might also be because... Shut up. It might also be because I didn't really like Carden. That much, to be honest. Okay. It's not that. Okay.
I'm sorry. Every time you say you don't like Carden, it hits me as if it's the first time I'm hearing it. Did you just see the freaking dejection in my eye?
I did. Okay. Here's the thing. Carden wasn't really developed that much in this book. He wasn't really in the book. He was bullying her, and then he was her prisoner.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What was I supposed to like about him? That he was bullying her this whole time? I actually don't like the bully trope, which I'm sad that you didn't remember. Fake bestie, honestly.
I'm sorry. I just thought you'd love this book.
No, I did not like the bully trope in this book. Like I already said in the beginning, I thought the cruel prince was going to be a cruel prince who was cruel because he did...
how he led.
Exactly, how he led. I thought he was going to be a morally gray character because he did bad things because he thought they were good. Mm-hmm. But he didn't.
No.
He was just a bully. And that was it. That was all this book gave me. But I did like Jude's character for the most part. I understand why she frustrated you, but I think I understand her motivations.
Okay.
I just didn't love the ending, though. Like, the whole ending part where she turns into this spy and takes him as a prisoner and then somehow makes a deal with him so that her brother becomes a prince in the future.
Yep.
That whole thing, honestly,
Could have done without.
I could have done without that.
Okay.
I didn't like that. I think this book would have been so much better if it was in his point of view, like you said. Because I honestly thought that's what I was getting myself into. When everyone was talking about it on TikTok, I didn't see any specifics. They just kept saying, people didn't like it because he was cruel? I didn't think he was that cruel.
No.
I thought he was just some like teenage boy. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I just didn't see any chemistry between Jude and Carden. I don't like that whole, I bully you because I like you.
Okay.
I didn't like that at all. I thought that was weak.
Mm.
And I would probably give this book like a 3.
A 3?
Which is honestly
That's
like
so
generous.
Nice of you.
Because I like Jude's character.
Okay.
In the beginning. Not the ending. Actually,
but can I convince you to give it a 2?
Actually, you know what? I think I gave it a 2.5.
Okay. Because it would have been a 3 if you had more loyalty to Dane.
No,
but because you didn't.
It would have been a 3 if there would have been just a little bit more Carden. Just a little bit more.
Did you know that I found this book on someone's video, like labeling this book under like Spice Talk?
This is not even close.
I know.
I'm still not sure. I'm still like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, can I convince you? Can I convince you to give it a 2?
Try. Go ahead. Give me your best argument. Go.
Are you loyal to Dane?
Why is that your first
If
question?
You are, don't be.
Okay.
Also, are you a tail apologist? Because you're not.
I don't like his tail.
That's my only argument. I don't have any arguments. I have no thoughts in my mind about this book. As soon as I read it, I dismissed it. It's out. I did not want to give more time of day to this
I
book.
feel that for a book in this batch, but it's not this one.
What? Oh my god. Oh, don't say that. No. You can't say that to me.
You do that to me all the time. Let me tell you guys. Charlie will literally text me and be like, oh my god, I love this book. Can't tell you which one though. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I have to be doing mathematics in my head like, okay, which one would she read right now? Okay, would it be that one? Would not be that one.
I only do that because no one else will understand.
No, I understand. I wish that I could do that too. But,
if you hate the book that I think, I'm going to cry.
I'm not telling you which one.
Whatever.
So, to be honest, I'm still kind of torn between the rating of this book because I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
So, I'm still somewhere between 2.5 and 3. Like, I don't know.
I can settle for that.
Somewhere between there. Just because I do like the idea of this book, I just didn't like the execution.
Yeah.
And I did not like the ending.
I think we're done.
Yes, I think we've said enough.
With this horrible prince. Let me
horrible
finish.
Prince? He's the cruel prince.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. He's not that bad. Carden's a good guy.
I don't
he had no loyalty to Dane,
think you should make that claim.
I know. Carden's a good guy. It's fine. No one's going to come for me for that.
You just tried to drown her a little. It's fine.
You try to drown one person and all of a sudden it's your fault because you have a fucking tail. I don't know. That's kind of mean. So... thank you so much for watching this episode. That's so nice of you guys. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts from, go ahead and leave a review because it really does mean a lot. Also, if you want to recommend us to any of like your friends or your family or your loved ones or your hated ones, you can go ahead and do that because the best way to be exposed or to have exposure is through word of mouth. So that would be real nice of you guys.
We'd really appreciate it.
Thank you. If you are watching us on YouTube, hi. You should subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification bell. Because
why not?
Why not?
It only takes a second.
Wait. Unless they have loyalty to Dane, then don't click this video. Okay, actually unclick this video. I don't think they can do that, but you have to figure it out.
Just press the X.
Thank you so much for watching. But before we end the episode, we're going to end it like how we always do. Where we get a dice and we roll it to see what number we get. If we get an odd number, we are going to read a negative review off of Goodreads. If we get an even number, we're going to read a positive review off of Goodreads. We don't connect to these reviews, so if we make a face, no, you're making a face. Your loyalty to Dane is showing. So why don't you go ahead and roll?
We always say that. We just leave these comments in the air, but you know who agrees or disagrees.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. 8.
So this is a review written by Mary Lou. She gave it 5 out of 5 stars. What is this beauty? Someone please revive me because I am dead from the awesomeness of this book. If you want to read a masterpiece of character and story, look no further. The Cruel Prince showcases Holly Black at the top of her game. It is exquisitely dark and delightfully wicked, set in an intricate world of highlighted sensation. The taste of fairy fruit, the feel of rich, decaying fabrics, the smell of dangerous old chambers, and populated by a cast of characters that left me dying from feels. I mean, seriously. Jude is a glorious lead, a shrewd and determined survivor with exactly the kind of cunning that I love. Yes, and then there are her sisters, Cardan, the Princess of Fairy, her complex family. As always, Holly's language is as precise as it is beautiful, and I frequently found myself pausing to reread turns of phrases because each could pack so much into so few words. And that ending, oh my gosh. My review is not doing the book justice. Read this immediately. You'll be so grateful that you did.
Thank you so much for watching/listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Did you know that your girl, Lee Bardugo, actually praised this book?
Lee
baby.
Oh, I mean, you can't stop everyone from being loyal to Dane. So I can't. I can't shame her. Lee.
It was the tail. She was swayed by it.
I get it.